see, not Cardi B, no rapper on it, we told it. This video was amazing.
Hello everyone, I hope everybody is having an amazing day. So today is the first Walking into Destiny video, and I'm super excited. Today we're going to talk about how God can use our struggles and our battles and whatever we may be facing for our purpose, our process, and the journey along the way. Because that storm that we're going through is necessary to help us become closer to Him and to be successful in life. Okay, so I'm going to get started. Okay, y'all, so anxiety is not our friend at all. The Bible actually says to not be anxious and to not worry. So I knew that, but here I was being anxious and worrying. I am so sorry for anybody who's going through anxiety because it is terrible, like the worst thing ever. So here I was one morning having an anxiety attack and panic attack. It was so bad, and I just kept thinking, I need to get to the ER now. So my roommate, Mia, she was like, okay, like, do you want me to go? And I was like, yeah, but I was like, I need to go now. And I know she didn't know I was thinking that, but I was just so scared that something bad was gonna happen. We had just left the urgent care for her because of a thing, and we found out that it was anxiety. So I was just like, oh my gosh, I know I'm having anxiety or panic attack. But I really wasn't sure because it was my first time, and this was the first time something like this has happened to me. So we went to the hospital. Everything was fine. The test came back normal. I was kind of thinking, since I was feeling pain up here, that I was like, oh, I hope it's not pneumonia, you know, because it's cold in New York. And well, this was when also the weather was changing, and I went outside with a leather jacket the day before, but it was like a thin leather jacket, so no to that. My anxiety was taking control of me, that it was presenting physical symptoms. We never want to let it get that bad, but sometimes, you know, it does. I allowed the enemy to consume me because I was like, if I do not get to the ER, something bad is going to happen to me. Like, I need to go ahead and get to the emergency room to make sure I'm good and nothing bad is going to happen, which was just the enemy, because I have to pay a hospital bill. Although my insurance took care of most of it, I still have to pay. So that was nothing but the enemy. Anyway, so I do want to say I'm so grateful that God allowed me to go through that so I can become closer to Him and fill myself up with the Word. And that's what I want to minister to you about. We have to prepare ourselves with the Word and be built up with the Word and filled up with the Word. So when the enemy comes our way, boom, God's Word. God, you know what I'm saying? We have to fight it off. Just like we're going to war. Obviously, obstacles are going to come my way. It's a part of adulting and everything else is going on. I started thanking God immediately after I had left the hospital. Not only because everything was okay with me, but I'm like, thank you for allowing this to happen to me, because I know this is happening because you want me to be closer to you. I know now that I cannot wait for something like that to ever happen again, for me to even begin to get closer. So I began to read these like plans on the Bible app, and I still am, because this happened a couple months ago, not that far back. So the anxiety was not because of school. Well, you know what? Earlier that week, I was like, I had a lot of things to do and I did it at the last minute. But I had just been so anxious ever since my grandfather passed away. And since so many bad things are going on in the world, I've been so anxious and like, you know, like so scared. So that was definitely one of the reasons. I had just kind of been on edge ever since then. And I know that I'm not of this world and God is going to take care of me. But it's a difference when you actually living through it. I had to really dwell in my Word and fill myself up with the Word. We cannot allow ourselves to wait for obstacles to start coming our way, because when that happens and we don't know what to do, we shut down. Now, I'm not saying that when obstacles come our way that we're not gonna deem them difficult or we're gonna be like, oh, this is a piece of cake. No, but when battle does come our way, we'll be prepared for it. So if you're going through anxiety or whatever the case may be, please remember that God brought you this far and He's not gonna leave you, but He's also brought you through so much in the past, and He's going to do the same this time. So it's very important that we remember His mercies and we remember just to trust God. I also believe that God allowed me to go through anxiety because I needed to trust Him more. I need to trust Him completely. When something like anxiety takes over your mind and body, you have no choice but to trust God. And that's why our storms are necessary for our success. So God can get the glory and honor, first of all, but also He has to take us through some things in order to elevate us to the next level. Now, I knew God was allowing me to go through this because in order to walk into my destiny, there are certain things that I'm going to have to go through. But that's okay because I have Him to help me. And he also left the Bible in place for us to guide us. That's what the Bible is. So we have to make sure that we're not lazy Christians and that we seek his word daily, okay? Seek his word daily. I just wanted to encourage anybody out there who may be going through anything to please put your faith and trust in God and fill yourself up with the word, okay? I also want to say that God appoints certain people out there to talk about, things that you may be going through. So if you believe you do need to talk to a counselor, please seek the help that you need as well, okay? So that's it today, y'all. Thank you so much for watching.
Gotta rewind, no daydream. My phone said